today's video, I'm going to just show you a really quick way how you can make cheetah print nails on your nails with dip powder and nail polish. I had some people that were interested when I posted my mani yesterday. So what I did was I popped this nail off so that I can show you what I did in order to get this, like, I think I said cheetah, I meant leopard print nail. So I'm using Mani Mix products today, except for my Pro Base, and that is just because this is my swatch one that I have that is very low. And I'm going to be popping these off anyway, so I didn't want to use my good and new liquids. But right here is her base and top coat if you're interested. And she also has the activator. Okay, so I use Maryland's Red for this one, and I did 3 coats. I probably could have got away with doing 4 only because if you can see, it's a little bit see-through at the tip. And then for my other 2 nails, I use Nudie But Nice. And I already applied my peel base to this nail, and I did 1 dip already just so that this video isn't super long, since I need to do the cheetah pattern and both of my kids are awake and playing games and stuff this morning, so I don't know how long I'll have of quiet. And for this, I only did 2 coats of Nudie But Nice, and I found that it was perfect for the coverage that I wanted before I did the cheetah print on my nail. Okay, so as you can see, the coverage of Nudie But Nice is really good. So I just did 2 coats of that. A lot of people were saying that they liked how my nail kind of looked fuzzy and not perfect, like where I did the leopard print. And I'm pretty sure after I did this yesterday, I figured out why it's like that. I decided that I wasn't going to activate my nail because when you activate, I wanted to put a clear dip over the top to encapsulate my animal print that I did. And if you activate and then you try to put Pro Base on your nail again, it pretty much dries instantly, and then you get like spots of clear here and then some here, and then the rest is just shiny where the dip powder doesn't stick. But if you didn't want your nail like that, where the leopard print is kind of like runny, you could activate it and do that way, but I'm just going to show you how I did mine. Okay, so for the brown color, I just have this Wet n Wild nail polish in the color Wet Cement, and that is what I use for my spots. And then for my black, I don't have black nail polish, but I do have this one. I think this was from like Walmart. It's a Sensational in Midnight, so you could just use a regular black polish if you have that. I don't have a black nail polish. You could also what do I want to say, mix gel polish, like clear gel polish with dip powder and just cure it. You could also do that for your spots if you wanted to. So for this, I have a dotting tool. Well, actually, I'm going to use this end that's like smaller, and I'm just going to keep dipping that into that brown polish that I have, and I'm going to start making my dots. And what I did was I kind of did oblong shapes. I've seen these done with just like circles, and this still had some black on it. That's okay. With like long circles. I've seen it done with like rectangle kind of shapes. So it's just basically your preference. But this is how I did mine. So it's just, it was really quick. I've never done animal print nails before. The only thing is when you use nail polish, you have to let it dry before you can go in with your black. So there's that. I'm going to let that completely dry, so it'll probably be anywhere from like 3 to 4 minutes, I would say, and then I will come back and show you how I did the black part and also how I encapsulated in clear. Okay, so this is pretty much dry. There's some spots that are a little bit wet still, but I have to do my black and cure it, so I figure by the time I do that, it should be dry. So I'm just taking my black gel polish. You can use just nail polish, will work perfectly fine. I just don't have that. And again, I'm going to take the smallest end of my dotting tool, and we're going to start making I wonder if I should have put more. No, it should be good. Little C shapes like that on both ends of the black pattern that you made. And as you can see, it's starting to bleed, and I think what I've come up with is that I didn't activate my dip powder that I already put down. So I think that because dip powder is kind of like sandy, it's just spreading through the dip powder that I already have down. My polishes are. As you can see, that one kind of basically just blended in, but that's what happened before, and everyone seems to like how it came out. But that is literally all that I did. So let me cure this, and then I will come back and I will show you what I did. I want this one a little bit more C-curved. I will show you what I did to encapsulate. Okay, so I cured this for a ridiculous amount of time because my little lamp that I have is not good quality, but I have a new one coming. So I have clear dip powder, and what I did was basically, I'm going to keep my finger down here for this. Basically what I did, I smeared black a little bit right there because I touched to see if it was dry, and it wasn't. So we're going to ignore that. I left quite a bit of Pro Base on my brush. So let me try. I kind of wiped one side, but left a majority of it on there because I want to just float this over that pattern and that's all that I did. And then I dipped it for the first time because I didn't want it to smear any more than it had. So just like that, I'm gonna clean up where I need to. Let that set for just a second to make sure that my Pro Base isn't going to totally wipe off. And then for my second layer, I did my entire nail because I didn't have to worry about touching the design underneath because I already have a dip of clear down. So then I just dipped again. Tapped off, cleaned around my cuticles as needed. Like so. And then going to brush off the excess. Then I'm going to go in with my dip liquid activator. Activate my nail. And then you will let that dry and then go in and do any kind of filing that you need to. This isn't dry, so it's kind of taken off some of my dip powder, but like I said, I'm going to be changing these today, but you would want to let this set for, you know, the 1 to 2 minutes that you normally would for activator. I have a really weird lump or something right here. And voila. I just had to file that one side a little bit, and then you normally would go in with, let this dry and then go in with your top coat, but because I didn't have to do any filing and buffing on top, my activator is still on my nail, so I'm just going to go in with my top coat, and there you go. After that starts wrinkling a little bit, you would go in with your second coat like you normally would, and that is all that I did to get the animal print on my nails. So I hope this was helpful to some. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!